Have you ever felt like the world was stacked against you? Like every door closed before you could knock? And every dream you dared to whisper got silenced by reality? Today you'll meet a woman who lived that very story, but refused to let it define her. A woman who stood at rock bottom and built a ladder from hope, grit, and sheer willpower. Her name, Amara Rivera, a single mother, a former dropout, and now, a multi-award-winning entrepreneur and community leader who's changing lives. This is more than a comeback story. This is the power of belief, perseverance, and the refusal to give up. Welcome to The Inspired Lens. I'm your host, Silas Lounge. Let's step into the story. Amara Rivera grew up in East LA, raised by her abuelita after her parents disappeared into addiction. By 16, she was working nights at a diner to keep the lights on. By 18, she was pregnant and homeless. She dropped out of high school with a newborn on her hip and a world that had already labeled her. She lived out of a car, ate one meal a day, and yet, in every journal entry, she wrote the same sentence. "This is not how my story ends." She told no one. Not when she applied to finish her GED while nursing a baby. Not when she worked double shifts and still went to night school. Not when she studied entrepreneurship on borrowed library Wi-Fi. Because sometimes the dream is too fragile to expose, so you water it in secret, hoping it'll bloom. In 2015, something changed. A social worker told Amara, "You'll always be in the system, just survive." But those words lit a fire. She didn't want to survive, she wanted to live. That night, while rocking her daughter to sleep in a borrowed apartment, Amara decided to start a business. No capital, no investors, just a borrowed laptop and an idea. Affordable meal prep for low-income families. She started cooking from a church basement. First 5 meals, then 50. She hand-delivered everything with her daughter in a stroller. Word spread, people started paying attention. She called it Nourish from Home. Not just food, but dignity. Not just meals, but messages of you matter. It wasn't easy. There were nights the fridge was empty for her. Nights she cried from exhaustion. Times when the bank said no. When others told her to get a real job. But she kept going. She partnered with a local nonprofit. She pitched to investors, shaking but standing tall. She learned how to budget, scale, and brand. She attended networking events with secondhand heels and handwritten business cards. By 2019, Nourish from Home was feeding 1-200 families across 4 LA neighborhoods. By 2022, she was named one of Forbes 30 Under 30 in social entrepreneurship. And today, Amara employs 23 people, many of whom are single mothers just like she was. And guess what? That same social worker who once told her she'd never rise is now one of her clients. So what can we really take away from Amara's story? Let's break this down, because behind every headline is a blueprint. Behind every success story is a string of intentional choices. Here are 5 powerful lessons we can all apply to our own journey. 1. Start where you are, use what you have. Amara didn't wait for perfect conditions. She had no investors, no degree, no safety net, just a baby, a borrowed kitchen, and a heart on fire. Instead of asking, "What am I missing?" she asked, "What can I do with what I have right now?" That shift, that's empowerment. Whatever your dream is, don't wait for the green light. Be the green light. 2. Pain can be fuel if you let it be. She didn't let her struggles paralyze her. She used them as fuel. Every no, every setback, every time she was overlooked, she funneled it back into her mission. Her pain became her compass. Ask yourself, what in your life broke your heart so much that you've been called to heal it for others? That's purpose, and purpose is more powerful than motivation. 3. Learn as you go. Perfection isn't required. Amara didn't have a business background. She learned how to write invoices by Googling. She watched YouTube videos on branding while cooking at 2 a.m. She made mistakes, lots of them, but she moved anyway. Progress loves action. Don't wait until you're ready. Learn as you go. Grow as you go. 4. Build with others in mind. Legacy. Ego. Amara's mission was never about just her success. It was always about her daughter, her neighborhood, the mothers who felt invisible. And that's why her story resonated, because it wasn't built on ego, it was built on service. When your dream lifts others, the universe aligns faster than you think. So build a legacy, not just a resume. 5. Believe loudly, even when it's quiet around you. For years, no one clapped for Amara. No encouragement, no applause, no validation. But she believed anyway. She wrote affirmations in a dollar store notebook. She visualized her name on a business license before it existed. Because belief is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. If no one sees your vision yet, that doesn't mean it's not real. It just means it's still incubating. Her story isn't just inspirational, it's instructional. It reminds us that circumstances don't define us. Choices do. It's not about having all the answers. It's about having the courage to ask what if, and then taking one bold step at a time. Amara beat the odds, not because she had special tools, but because she made a choice every single day to rise, rebuild, and believe. So here's my question to you today. What's your nourish from home? What's the dream you've hidden? The chapter you're scared to write? The odds you've accepted as your limit? Don't wait for the world's permission to begin. The only permission you need is your own. This has been The Inspired Lens. I'm Silas Lounge. And if Amara's story moved you, hit like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell. Share this episode with someone who needs to hear it. Let's keep shining the light on stories that remind us. No matter how hard the beginning, we all have the power to rewrite the ending. Until next time, keep believing, keep building, and remember, the lens you choose to see your life through shapes the life you create.